think that was, I don't know if that was a misclick or if that was a feature. That was really interesting. But Dom creating kind of those final circular bosses that are sticking up. Meanwhile, Neil, you can see Neil is going through and looks like he's trying to battle with that rib and get that rib to work. And we may be seeing an answer coming into the chat. Hey, what's up, everybody? Before we get into today's epic CAD vs. CAD battle, I just wanted to make a quick announcement. All month, we're going to be taking the challenges from the tournament and we're going to be remixing them a little bit, maybe changing some dimensions, changing the material, and we're going to be adding them to the library over at tootalltoby.com. So if you want to challenge yourself to see if you could model these parts faster than our speed modelers from the tournament, this is your chance. Head over to tootalltoby.com, sign up for an account, and unlock Practice Models Premium. And we are going to continue remixing these tournament challenges and posting them in the Practice Models library all month. So I hope you guys enjoy all those challenges. And of course, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think about today's CAD vs. CAD battle. Put a GG in the chat for Neil Z as well. That is super impressive. And wow. Good job, Dom. Dom earns his first point. If you can earn 2 points here today in these matches, you will win a 3D printer. And thank you to our prize sponsor, Prusa, who's putting up prizes for our top 4. If you can win 2 battles today, 2 points today, you're going to move on to the final 4. And here we go, guys. Back to the Wheel of Fate. Shake it off a little bit. Neil, we've all been there. Don't worry about it, bro. You were going super fast there, and you're going against one of the fastest in the world. And so, Dom, this tournament, Dom came to win. I could tell even in his last match. I'm not saying that in the past that he was like phoning it in or anything, but he just seems like he's so much. This is the most focused I've ever seen Dom in a tournament, and I've seen him in 4 or 5 tournaments. So he is very focused here. So you got a tough battle coming up here, Neil. Rockcrawler thinks it's going to be 23, 3D Hub 21, J Miles 23, Guntis 21, Jim U 24.
Right.
All right, I'm going to shuffle it again. Here we go. Shuffle, 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 and spin. I try not to look at it after I shuffle it. I try to just random shuffle it and let it rip.
I mean, it's only 3. There's only so much shuffling or juggling, as you could say, could be done.
Yes. Okay. Well, here we go into the next challenge here. So congratulations to Dom earning that point, and we're going to see drawing number 24. Thank you so much to the Wheel of Fate. Thank you to Plasticity for sponsoring the Wheel of Fate. And let's move on now to our next challenge. And perhaps you could tell us just a little bit more about, whoops, sorry about that, Phil. Perhaps you could tell us just a little bit more about these runners.
Yeah, no problem. So you got Dom, of course. Ratio is not ideal when it comes to desired hobbies and income. So, I mean, I don't know if that means the guy who's looking to love what he does or make money, right? I've always had the saying that if you love what you do, charge double, right? But outside of that, he has been in manufacturing for his entire adult career. Now, outside of that, on the Neil side of things, he is a FTC team captain. That's awesome. Nice. I can relate. Captain of hockey back in my day. Also, world championship. So that's great to see. A robo sub captain and mechanical lead internship semifinalist. So that's crazy. I mean, this guy's just impressive. Stacking manufacturing, not only skills and trophies and awards, but he makes me look terrible because I was really good at hockey and now I'm just a machinist that takes the shoes off to count to 20.
Wow. Well, he is bringing it, man, and what an honor to have him in here in this tournament. And man, if he could win the World Championship of 3D CAD speed modeling, that would be yet another title to add to his list, his impressive list. So good luck, guys. Everybody lock in. Yep, Zayden in the chat says lock in. Here we go. This is the big one. If Dom can win this one, he moves on to our final 4. And he wins a 3D printer. If Neil can win this one, then we all win because we all get to see a 3rd match. This next CAD battle between Dom, our number 10 seed from the United States running SolidWorks, and Neil Z, our number 3 seed from the United States running Fusion, begins in 3, 2, 1. Go! What is the mass of this part in xxx.x grams? The tolerance is plus or minus 0.3 grams. That rib is tangent to the arc. It's in millimeters and it's in 1060 aluminum alloy. And here we go. Both of our runners already grabbed a screen capture, came up with a plan, and are beginning to model. I can't believe how fast they're able to do all that. And we can see here, we've got Dom on the left running SolidWorks. We've got Neil Z on the right running Fusion. This is a tier 5 model. This is a complicated model. A lot of dimensions on this print, a lot of things that could go wrong or could be mislocated. And both of our runners are trying to model this thing up. Interesting.
I feel about the same on the start here. Definitely looking to do a top-down approach, it looks like. Yeah. Now, I do have to point fun at this, that if you were to get a part like this machined, I see a lot of corners that aren't technically manufacturable.
Yes,
but
indeed.
They are 3D printable, which is kind of a nice thing.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, it is one of the challenges, right? When we're creating the prints, if we start putting in fillets to make it easier to manufacture, then we end up having like a much more difficult time, defining it. So yeah, it is one of the challenges. But here we see Dom was able to get through that kind of top-down view, that kind of top-down print here, looking over this thing, was able to get those circles into the right place. It looks like both of our competitors recognize that those circles are not horizontal to one another. That could definitely be something that trips you up, but it looks like both of our runners saw that they were slightly off. A little bit tricky getting to the location of that circle, that main centered circle, but it looks like both of our runners were able to come up with that correct dimension to get to the center of that. So that was very impressive as well. You have to do a little bit of math there on the fly. And it looks like Dom drawing first blood and then immediately extruding a second feature. It was a really fast use and reuse of that sketch. And wow. Dom able to get through there. It looks like he ran into a little bit of an error there on that sketch, but Neil Z is hot on his heels. Got his entire sketch there kind of laid out. We've seen this so many times with Fusion users where they lay out the whole thing and you look away for a second, you look back, and the model looks like it's almost done. And it looks like Neil may be cutting down that path again as well.
Now, I've always been curious about this because I'm not an avid SolidWorks user. But that being said, can you actually do math inside the input fields?
Yes. Yep.
That's great. So same in Fusion's world. When you got to do math on the actual fly, a lot of people overlook the fact you could just type in your equations. However, I don't know, is on Fusion's side, it's built in the European style math, which is a left to right workflow, not orders of operations, if that makes sense. Like US math.
That's interesting. I don't know that I've taken it that far. I know that it supports the use of parentheses. So if you're getting that complicated, I mean, usually I'm just doing it for like a /2. So I'm not.
I get you. Well, yeah, radius versus diameter, baby, all day.
Exactly. Exactly.
It is funny because being somebody that does teach CAD classes for manufacturing is the old habits of the /2 versus a right-click radius versus diameter in Fusion is, I've always said it's more mouse clicks. So which one is right?
Wow, look at Dom. Look like Dom actually like brought in the picture on top of his screen there for a second. That was pretty interesting. I think that was, I don't know if that was a misclick or if that was a feature. That was really interesting. But Dom creating kind of those final circular bosses that are sticking up. Meanwhile, Neil, you can see Neil is going through and looks like he's trying to battle with that rib and get that rib to work. And we may be seeing an answer coming into the chat here. We're watching the chat. And Dom comes in with an answer, 934 grams. And that is not correct. That is not correct. So Dom has now used one of his answers. Dom has used one of his answers, and it's going to be up to Dom here to try to come up with the correct answer. And we're watching the chat. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat here. We're keeping an eye out for potentially Dom to come in with the second answer. We're keeping an eye out for Neil to come in with his first answer. Remember, you can answer incorrectly once. If you answer incorrectly a second time, then that is going to be it. And it looks like Neil realized that his mirror was not complete. It looks like he's trying to mirror again here, trying to figure out what the issue is. Meanwhile, Dom is frantically trying to go through and figure out maybe what was off. And he's probably a little bit nervous, but Dom comes in with his second answer here. His second answer is 914 grams, and that is not correct. 914, 915 grams, that is not correct. And so now Dom has entered in both of his answers, and that unfortunately means that Dom is not able to earn this point, and we get to bring up the Clock of Doom. So the way the Clock of Doom works now is Neil has 5 minutes to come up with the correct answer. Neil has not answered yet, so he can answer incorrectly one time. And Neil now needs to come up with the mass of this model. He's not answered yet at all, unless I missed his answer, but I was watching pretty close. Neil has not answered yet, so we're going to let Neil now look at his model. He's going to look at the drawing. It alleviates a little bit of the stress here. And
I've seen him copy it once already, and I think as soon as he was waiting for Dom to figure out if he can use this as a cushion to guarantee a win.
Yeah. I mean, this is now, we can see that Neil Z is doing the spin. The nice thing is that Neil has a little bit of the pressure off because he can answer twice incorrectly. So, that lets him, it alleviates the pressure a little bit, but, you don't want to burn off a bad answer for no reason either. We're looking for the answer in xxx.x grams. xxx.x grams. Matab in the chat asking, why isn't he answering? Matab is getting mad. And Neil comes in to the chat with an answer, 717.6 grams, and that is correct. And congratulations to Neil Z, taking down his first point here in the Elite 8 of the 2025 World Championship. And that means we all win because we get to go to a third battle here, Phil. You are good luck. I'm glad that you joined. And wow. I was reading the chat there. It looks like maybe Dom just misclicked something. He might have said he typed something in that was one key over. So GG to Neil earning that point, and GG to Dom as well. Both of those guys, again, another tier 5 model. Not easy to model these parts, and these guys are getting through these in 5, 6, 7 minutes. That is really, really impressive. So wow. Congratulations. And welcome to everybody who's just tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button on this live stream. We've got 156 people in here watching, and let's see what we've got.